Hello everyone, I am Saimukul. I am a student of English Care. Today I am here to talk about a tragic incident which happened in the life of Christopher Columbus. Before beginning the video, I would like to close your eyes and imagine as you are in the ship, and imagine as you are a ship captain. At the midnight, you are going in the middle of the sea. You have no motive where you are going. You have nothing in the brain. As it was early century and it was around 1492. You don't have anything where you are going, why you are going. You don't have anything motive. You don't have an idea of going where, for what reason, but you are going. Like this incident happened in the year of 1492, and in this story, I would like to ask a question. Do you know Christopher Columbus? And if you don't know, I will tell. Christopher Columbus, he was a person, and he was a person, we cannot tell him as a sailor, but he sailed across Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, many ocean. He sailed across it, and he was living in the country Spain. One day, he thought of going to India. For what reason? At that time, in the 14th century, spices like cardamom, ginger, like these spices have been imported to Spain from India. At that time, there were somehow very high demand of the spices in those period. So this man, Christopher Columbus, uh, thought about this idea that why can't we go to India and buy some spices from them and sell in this? And the traders who sold the spices were Arab traders. They bought the spices from India and they sold in the Spain. Why he thought of this idea? The reason is the gold. This at that period spices had a very high demand, and people were in fact ready to give gold instead of for buying the spices. So gold is a very big thing, right? At that century itself, the gold started making its profit. So Christopher Columbus thought they can go to India, but one question struck his mind: where is India? We don't know because it was the 14th century. We don't know where is India. We also don't know. He also don't know at that period. But he thought that India was on the west side. However he went there, but what happened, I will tell you. And he started going in a boat. The boat was not in a good condition. It was somewhat a weak boat. And at that time, he also collected many members. He asked the members to come with him, and some more members came there because the main motive for the members to come to the boat is they can become rich. Like at that time, spices have a very high demand, so that they can go to India and they can buy some spices and they can come back and sell here. As they thought, and they can become rich and they can buy whatever they want, they can eat whatever they want, they can drink whatever they like. But at that they even don't know the exact location where is India. And as they went in the middle of the ship, it was around night, and many members were going the ship, and they were going, and they also thought that it would take only 3 to 4 days to reach India, as Christopher Columbus had mentioned it. And as they were going and going, they thought that it would take only 3 to 4 days, but 10 days crossed. They somehow managed, and they thought that it would take some more days. 10 became 20, 20 became 40, 40 became 50, and it was the 68th day. Still, they haven't reached India yet. They started disbelieving Christopher Columbus because he even mentioned that India was on the west side, so that we can go to the west side. But more traveling is it's a free mode, but it's not in that century, as they have to do their daily activities like going to bathroom. It was a major problem in that period, as they can't go because it's a small boat. They don't have anything. They cannot just jump into the sea, as they don't know how depth it is. And if they lose any member by in this way, it would be a shame for Christopher Columbus. So they went there. They had to do their daily activities. So they made somewhat a structure to go bathroom there, the end of the boat. So as this continued for just not 1 or 2 days, for 68 days it has been continuing. So due to this, diseases started spreading over the boat, and one disease spread from another, and from him to another, and like that it started spreading all over to all the people except Christopher Columbus. And as they were going, they started arguing with him, and they thought of killing Christopher Columbus as he was not the right captain, and they asked Christopher Columbus, did India came? Where are you? Why are you coming with you? Why did you call us? Christopher Columbus said that they are reaching India, they are near to it. So they went there. And they went there, days passing, and it was the 68th day. It was at the night period. And the people started to push Christopher Columbus into the boat, no, out of the boat, that means into the sea, and kill him, as he was not a good captain at that time. And as they were ready for that, Christopher Columbus told, "Stop." Why did he tell that? And as they were going, they saw a light. It came from a thing. It blinked, and it went back into the sea. As Christopher Columbus saw it, he thought that because in that century it was somewhat a tragic incident. And when he saw that, all the members of the boat became shocked. What was it? And Christopher Columbus used the right opportunity, told that they had reached India. And they came on a somewhat island, and they came there, but it was not India. It was America at that time. It was the northern part of the America, that means North America. And as they were going to the place, they were going and seeing if they could get anything to eat, because they have been starving. Not starving, there was a shortage of food for the 68 days. And 69th day, because 69th day, they were going to the island. And they were going, and now all the problems solved. But the question is, where did the light came from? Because it was before century, it was a very olden period. And how did the light came? That is, if it from morning, we can tell it is sun, but it's night. It blinked. Light coming is the source of light is a very important thing at that time. But how it can blink? As the all the members of the boat had a different assumption, Christopher Columbus said, as he mentioned three, as he believed that it can come from, and it can be operated from some other on the island, some other person on the island, but we don't know how the light came. So they went there, but what Christopher Columbus, we are believing that Christopher Columbus went to India, but he didn't reach India till his death. When he died, he hadn't reached India, but thinking that he had reached India. He had reached America, not India. But we are believing that he reached India. So Christopher Columbus died, and till we don't know how the light came from, whether it may be, we don't know even the story is real. As Christopher Columbus mentioned in his diary that he saw this light, but we don't know if he wrote it or some other person on the boat wrote it. So this is a tragic incident which happened in the life of Christopher Columbus, but according to my assumption, I think it may be real. What's your assumption? Thank you. Have a nice day.